Hello everybody, Interi back again with another video. And today's guide and this next video, guys, that I'm doing, because I'm doing two videos today, it will be the preview about this Cincinnati Masters Final 2019 between Daniil Medvedev and Medvedev-Goffin. One player is playing his first ever Masters 1000 final with this Medvedev-Goffin, and the other player is playing his second Masters 1000 finals in as many weeks, which is in 2 weeks. Like we all know, Daniil Medvedev played his first last week against Rafa Nadal and got destroyed in that Montreal final. Now he will face a much more easier opponent in Medvedev-Goffin. Not that the match will be easy for Daniil Medvedev, absolutely not. But if we compare Medvedev-Goffin with Rafa Nadal, it is like comparing a Lamborghini with a Ford. So that's why I mean it will be a much easier match for Daniil Medvedev in his second 1000 Masters final than what it was last week when he faced Rafael Nadal. So we will get a new Master 1000 winner for the first time in his career, Daniil Medvedev or Medvedev-Goffin, and it will be the third player that we are getting that, because we have had some players already this year who has won their first Master 1000 title, my friends, and the first player who did that this year was Dominic Thiem earlier this year in Indian Wells when he won his first ever Master 1000 title. And then we had, when clay court season started, we had the Fabio Fognini, who won his first ever 1000 Masters title in his career. And now we will get, for the third time this year, a brand new Master 1000 champion for the first time in their careers. It will be Daniil Medvedev or Medvedev-Goffin. Who do I believe will prevail in this final? Look, my friends, it is 1-1 on the head-to-head. Both of the matches has been played this year. Both of the matches has been played in the Grand Slam level. The first time they played against each other was in Australian Open earlier this year. I believe Daniil Medvedev won in straight sets. And the second time they played was in Wimbledon a month ago. I believe that Medvedev-Goffin won in 5 brutal sets. It was an epic 1 month ago. I believe it was in the third or fourth round, something like that, where Medvedev-Goffin defeated Daniil Medvedev in 5 sets. So now it is the first time they're facing each other outside of the slams. This will not be a 5-set match. This will be a 3-set match. It is not completely different tennis styles that are facing each other, but not that. Medvedev-Goffin is a baseline aggressive tennis player, a la Roger Federer, but much worse than Roger Federer, of course. Medvedev-Goffin likes to take the ball on the rise. He likes to take the ball early. He likes to take time away from his opponents. He is a solid ball striker. He doesn't do a lot of errors. His weapons are, in my opinion, serve and backhand. He has a solid forehand. He moves great. He has solid returns. We have a famous YouTuber called Medvedev-Goffin cousin Fed, and I agree with him. He is really a cousin Fed. He is a worse version of Roger Federer, of course, but he likes to play like Roger Federer. Take time away from his opponent, stand pretty close on the baseline, and going for his shots, both with his forehand and with his backhand, especially with his backhand, in my opinion. So Medvedev-Goffin is an aggressive baseline player, like Roger Federer. Roger Federer is an aggressive baseline player, because we sometimes forget that Roger Federer is not he is a first strike tennis player. He doesn't like to play long baseline rallies, but he's not a Pete Sampras player or Stefan Edberg player who goes to the net almost every single point. Roger Federer is not that kind of player. So Roger Federer is an aggressive baseline player, and David-Goffin is a similar. He's a baseline aggressive player, but a much worse baseline aggressive player than Roger Federer, obviously. And Daniil Medvedev is he's not an aggressive baseline player. Absolutely not. He's more a defensive baseline player, in my opinion. He likes to stand more back on the. He likes to stand more back on the baseline, 1 or 2 meters back. He doesn't like to stand 1 or 2 meters forward. 1 or 2 meters ahead of the baseline. He doesn't like to stand. He doesn't do that because he wants to take. He wants to have time to prepare for his shots. So he's 1 or 2 meters behind the baseline. He likes to defend, and he likes to go with his shots when he has the opportunity, especially with his backhand, which in my opinion is a better shot than his forehand. And he is a grinder, basically, Daniil Medvedev. He grinds down his opponents. Like I've said in my earlier videos, he's a version of David Ferrer. He moves great. He's not as fast as David Ferrer, but he's a good mover for his size, because Daniil Medvedev is a pretty tall, big guy, so he's a good mover for his size. He defends really good. He is a running wall. Everything you threw at him, he threw back at you. So you have to have big shots to hit through him, like Federer, like Nadal can do, or like Kyrgios can do as well. Because like we all know, when Kyrgios is on top is in shape, when he has that clean hit, when he is mentally focused, he can take the racket out of all the players in the world. And that's what Kyrgios did 2 weeks ago in that Washington Open final against Daniil Medvedev. So that is the way to defeat Daniil Medvedev: to take the time away from him, to go to play aggressive tennis, and to go for your shots. And that's why Federer is so successful against Daniil Medvedev, and that's why Nadal destroyed him 1 week ago in Montreal, and that's why also David-Goffin defeated him in Wimbledon 1 month ago in that 5 sets battle, like I said. So this match could go either way. David-Goffin can win, Daniil Medvedev can win. Like I said, 1-1 in the head-to-head, even Steven there. Will Daniil Medvedev lose his 3rd straight final in the ATP? Because he lost in Washington against Kyrgios, he lost in Montreal against Rafa Nadal, and will he lose his straight final in this hardcourt swing in USA? I don't think that he will, my friends. I'm not sure that he will win, but I think that it's time for Daniil Medvedev to win his 1st ever Masters final. I think that. I would not be surprised if David-Goffin won. I would not be surprised at all, because like I said, David-Goffin is a much worse version than Roger Federer, and he can definitely hurt Daniil Medvedev with his aggressive baseline play. But I just think that Daniil Medvedev, he will be too rock solid. He will not give David-Goffin too many free points. David-Goffin will go for his shots. He will play aggressive from the baseline. But I think that Daniil Medvedev, he will be prepared. He will trade from the baseline. He will defend good. He has that big serve, Daniil Medvedev. He has that solid, rock solid backhand. He almost never misses with his backhand. And when Daniil Medvedev misses, it is with his forehand. And he looked really good against Djokovic. He has looked good basically in 3 months, in 2 months for at least now. He's been, for me, the best player in the world outside the top 3, outside the big 3, Djokovic, Nadal and Federer this year. For me, he has been the best player in the world. Maybe some of you think it has been Tsitsipas. Yeah, Tsitsipas has won more titles than Daniil Medvedev. Daniil Medvedev has won only 1 title this year, and Tsitsipas has won, I think, 3 titles, if I'm not mistaken, this year. But Daniel Medvedev, my friends, he's been more solid than Tsitsipas. Daniel Medvedev is going deep in every single tournament, more or less, especially after Wimbledon. After Wimbledon, he has three straight finals, my friends, here in this American swing. So, and where has Tsitsipas been since French Open, basically? Since that fourth round loss against Stan Wawrinka in French Open, Tsitsipas has been horrible, my friends. He has been crashing out in second or third rounds in every single tournament. So if you look at the tournaments, yes, Tsitsipas has been the fourth best player in the world after Federer, Djokovic and Nadal. Yes, but if you look at the match wins, if you look at the consistency, in my opinion, it is Daniel Medvedev who has been that fourth best player in the world after Djokovic, Federer and Nadal. So you can look at how you want, but it is no question, it is no shadow of a doubt that for at least for the last couple of weeks, it is Daniel Medvedev who is the most consistent tennis player in the world outside Djokovic, Nadal and Federer. So I will pick Daniel Medvedev to win this final tonight against David Goffin. I will. My feeling, my guts are saying me that. My stomach feeling are saying me that. I am not sure he will do it, but I feel that it is time now. It is time for him to win his biggest title. One of these players will win their biggest titles in their careers. Both of these players have won 4 titles each in their careers. David Goffin has 4 titles, Daniel Medvedev have 4 titles, but none of them has won a big title as a Master 1000 title, like one of these two will do it tonight. So, we will get, like I said, a totally new Master 1000 champion for the 3rd time this year after Dominic Thiem and Fognini, and now we'll get for the 3rd time this year Medvedev or Goffin will be the 3rd player tonight. And my feeling, my brain is saying that Daniel Medvedev will be too solid. He will be too consistent. I think that he will be the player who will do less unforced errors. David Goffin will do more unforced errors than Daniel Medvedev. I know that David Goffin can win this match as well, absolutely, because he has, like I said, he is an aggressive baseline player, a la Roger Federer, but much worse. But I think that David Goffin will do in the end more errors, and that will cost David Goffin the match in the end. That is my feeling. I think that Daniel Medvedev will in the end grind down David Goffin, like Daniel Medvedev does basically more or less all the time when he wins matches. He grinds down his opponents. So that is my feeling. I think that Daniel Medvedev will win this match. Will he do it in straight sets or will he do it in 3 sets? It is impossible to know. I don't know even if I am not sure that he will win the match in the first place. But let's say it. Straight sets. I'm not sure, but say Daniel Medvedev wins in straight sets. He can win in 3 sets as well. Absolutely, he can lose it. He can even lose. I will not be surprised at all if he loses. But I pick him to win in straight sets, and I think Daniel Medvedev will win his first ever 1000 Masters title in his career, and for sure not his last either. All right, guys. I hope you enjoyed this video. Take care and bye bye.